When you have a franchise that's been around as long as Sonic has been, it's no secret that Sonic Team wants to experiment a bit. And those experiments lead to some pretty interesting spin-offs, some of which better than others. But for how much Sonic Team likes to experiment with their main series games, you'd be surprised to learn that their main spin-offs aren't really that experimental. I mean, sure, we had our fair share of racing games, the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, even an RPG at one point, but overall, they really haven't experimented with too many different genres. And when Sonic Team isn't doing something, you can for sure turn to the fans.
An emerald inside this temple. Doctor has beaten us to it.
Oh. Speak for yourself, mother.
A statement that fills many of you to the brim with confidence, I presume. Sonic fans have already proved their infinite creativity with the level mods and even fan games, so let's see where they can take the franchise in bold new directions that not even Sonic Team dares to do. Oh, well, starting us off, I have to ask a question. Have you ever wanted to make your own Sonic level? Well, this one creative fan game on Roblox of all things makes that actually possible. With hundreds of options for enemies, terrain, loops, you can really build a unique and cool classic Sonic level. The quality here genuinely impressed me when I first played this. I sat there for a few hours making these levels, and it genuinely just made me wish that Sega would make something like this. I was having more fun here than some official Sonic game. And what you're seeing on screen now is a recreation I did of Arsenal Pyramid from Sonic Forces, using assets from Flying Battery, as well as a few custom backgrounds. The controls are perfectly in line with the classic Sonic game, so you get a variety of different characters to choose from. Even some custom ones like Eggman, Shadow, and Rouge. Overall, the quality here just really impressed me. There's so much stuff they put in, and this game is getting constant updates, and it's cool to go online and play some of the custom levels people have made, even if a lot of them really don't understand how classic Sonic works, but that's to be expected. And for those of you who want to play this, it's Classic Sonic Simulator version 12 currently, but hopefully more updates to come in the future. I have to preface this next segment and say that I am really bad at traditional fighting games. No, being more of a Smash guy and everything. But Sonic Smackdown is a traditional Sonic fighter, and I think it's one of the best fan games out there right now. With a really unique roster of characters that even includes stuff like Mecha Sonic and Big the Cat, it really is a diverse fighting game with a lot of options. The gameplay at its core is pretty similar to most traditional fighters, but I really like it so far. It has great character art, some unique music remixes, and a bunch of stages from all over Sonic's history. It's very polished and looks nice, although I did experience a few crashes during my time playing, but that wasn't too big of a deal. Overall, this is another exemplary fan game that showcases just what Sega is missing out on by not experimenting with different genres. Wow, that's 2 for 2 so far. Color me impressed. So, what's next? Yeah, this is certainly a weird one. Sonic Dreams Collection was released in 2015 and was advertised as a collection of 4 different minigames, but later on in the game turned essentially into a psychological horror. So yes, this is Sonic's Doki Doki Literature Club.
Skip. But when does this game get fucking good?
Now this was probably the most viral thing to come out of Sonic for the past decade at least, having millions of views from Let's Play channels. I mean, this game is practically primed to go viral. It had this all sorts of weirdness, and it took the over-exaggeration of the Sonic fanbase to the next level, and now lives in infamy as one of the weirdest games ever created. So, how was the game itself? Well, let's just say they achieved their goal of satirizing the Sonic fanbase and making a really creepy and unsettling game. Yeah, that's enough of that. So, Sonic R? Sonic Battle R does the rare thing with Sonic games and adds in online multiplayer. This essentially being online Sonic R, but with a bunch of added features. New moves like the Spin Dash, a ton of levels like Metal Harbor, and again, more new characters. Chaos X definitely isn't the only one giving old Sonic games a makeover for modern times, because Sonic Battle R is an incredible remastering and basically a full-on remake of Sonic R. They retooled classic levels into more of a racetrack to support the controls of Sonic Battle R. Some of my favorites including the way they remastered Metal Harbor and Grand Metropolis. It seems like Heroes tracks were just made for this. At the end of the day, Sonic is all about racing, going fast, and racing online with other people on classic tracks with some great controls and a bunch of cool moves and characters. Yeah, this is a really fun title. God damn, this really just makes you wish that Sega would finally experiment more with their spin-offs. Or, well, give us spin-offs in general. Alright, I hear you. Maybe you were just really attached to the way Amy drove a car in the original Sonic R, so you want something a bit more traditional. So you can get that too with Sonic Robo Blast 2 Kart. Wow, that is a mouthful. What started as a kart racing mod for Sonic Road Blast 2 has basically turned to Sonic's equivalent of CTGP. With a bunch of track and character mods for Sonic Road Blast 2 kart, you can really transform the game into whatever you want. Even Scout TF2 for some reason.
Yeah! Hey, I'm flying! Oh yeah!
SRB2 kart controls pretty well for a kart racer, but I think I prefer the approach of Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed personally. With plenty of mods to spice up the experience, I'm sure this game will be played for a long time. Up next we've got Sonic Rush 3D, an interesting take on Sonic Rush that turns the game, well, 3D. This is co-created by Temsy and Luke Station, a couple of friends of mine. I suggest you check them down below. I'm a huge fan of the simple visuals, really looking like it's still on the DS, but as well, being in 3D. The style is very well done with the new trick animations, and I love the creative melding of Water Palace and Apodos. Wow, I'm definitely sure I butchered that pronunciation. The controls here especially are really satisfying, and the level design sometimes doesn't even live up to that because it is a bit basic in parts. But I'm willing to forgive that. Off topic, but my favorite part is that they have the little animals jump up after you do tricks. That was a really neat touch. So overall, Sonic Rush 3D is a really unique take on Sonic Rush, and I think this is a really great experience. But unfortunately, the team behind this is no longer working on the project. Let's just hope they come back one day. Another 3D Sonic fan game, this one, well, it's not really a fan game, but it's the Minecraft Sonic collab. While you can technically say that this one is more official than the rest, I still want to bring it up, and it's my video, so I'm gonna do so. Sonic's blocky aesthetic here is just really funny to me. I find his model really charming here, as well as all the other Sonic characters. Really makes me interested to see what they're gonna do with all the LEGO skins in Sonic Superstars. The Minecraft collab here goes for a more traditional platformer style of game, as opposed to the boost style of Rush 3D. And as someone who plays a lot of Sonic and even more Minecraft, I really thought this DLC was pretty cool. The hub world being Tails' lab is actually a pretty cool idea, but unfortunately the levels themselves can be a bit simplistic at times, not having the traditional Sonic style, which is obviously pretty hard to transfer to Minecraft of all things. And I think they did the best with what they had here. So, after looking through this extensive catalog of Sonic fan-made spin-offs, what can I say? Well, I like a lot of these games actually, and other than Sonic Dreams Collection, I would recommend pretty much all of these. A few of them definitely have some of that Sonic fan game jank you come to expect, but it's really not that bad in most places. All in all, I just wish Sega would give us some more creative fan games like these ones, just experiment with different genres. They're happy enough to do it with their main series games, so bring that creativity to the spin-offs. And if there's any more spin-offs you want me to take a look at, whether fan-made or official, just comment below. And that's that. Thank you to all of our members listed on screen, and if you want your name up here, just become a member with the button below. With a membership you get a few cool bonuses like seeing videos early video previews, your name up at the end of every video, and some custom community posts as well. But that's all I got for today. Thank you, and Devron, signing off.